I've talked a little bit in the last weeks about fear, and so I'm up pretty high today. This is Sentinel Peak, or A Mountain. If you're from here in Tucson, you know where that is. And it's pretty high. Gives you, I had a pretty high level fear of heights, and it kept me from doing a lot of really cool stuff. I didn't go to some places, I didn't go see some things because my fear of heights kept me from taking the steps to do some of that really amazing, cool, and fun stuff. So one year, a friend of mine, we went to Utah, and we went to Zion National Park, and together we hiked Landing, which if you've ever been there, it is not somewhere you want to go if you have fear of heights. But I went there to try to step out of and push out of this fear that I had. Rational or irrational, it doesn't matter. It was a fear. It was a fear that I had, and we hiked up to the top of that. And if you've been up there, it's just thousands of foot drop, kind of a peninsula up in the sky with thousands of foot drop off on each side. You're way up in the air, and in that time, sitting there and reflecting and watching people come and go as they were hiking up and down, it really just settled a lot of my fears. So in our talking about fears, we're talking about what fears do you have? Is it a fear of change or a fear of something else that is keeping you from being successful, that is keeping you from taking the next steps towards doing the one thing or the several things that you know you need to do to be successful? I had a life plan recently with a young man, and beforehand, as we were talking about possibly doing one, he said, I don't really want to do it because I don't want to know the things I need to change. I really don't want to have to make the changes. So a fear of change was keeping him from progress. So I just asked, well, if you could know, if you had clarity, if you knew for sure these were the next 3 steps for you, would it make that change feel any better? And eventually, we did the life plan, we got that clarity, and now he's taking those next steps that he was afraid of because his fear of change, fear of life change, was really holding him back. So what is that for you? What fear is that for you that is keeping you from getting enough perspective? We have great perspective up here. I'm going to do another video on perspective. You can see for miles and miles all the way around from the top of Sentinel Peak. So what's keeping you from taking the next step? Is it change? Is it something else that's holding you back from the life that you were meant to live?